Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rocket League Spring Split Finale in the Southeastern Esports League. I am Mr. Bepic. I will be back on the desk for the finals weekend. I'm super happy to be here alongside my good friend Dronis. Dronis, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing incredible.
Uh, I I think your mic just cut out, Dronis. I heard you were doing incre, and I'm going to assume that means you're doing incredible. But that was crazy
I think
timing.
I think I fixed it.
Okay.
I think I fixed it. Beautiful. No, yeah, it's a great day for Rocket League. I'm doing incredible. I mean, split finals here in SEL. You're not going to get better Rocket League than this.
No, absolutely not. I'm super excited to be back today because we have our top three for the spring splits. We've got FAU, Cumberland, and UTK as the final three teams remaining here. And the land lineup is set. So today, these three squads are just playing for bragging rights, honestly, playing for spring split placement, playing for the trophies they could get for winning the spring, and playing for bragging rights. So, I mean, this should still be a phenomenal day of Rocket League.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of these teams know each other. They've mostly all played each other before, and so there's definitely going to be some of those bragging rights. As you mentioned, everyone's going to be trying to get that victory, show their stuff, and we'll see if they're going to be able to do it.
And Cumberland versus FAU, a slight note. Apparently, Hammy Crackers is not playing today. They will be playing with their sub, who I assume is damaged. So it might be Damage, Mitra, and Lil Stan, the trio taking on Cumberland, which is interesting. This is such a weird lower finals, Drones, because FAU is playing without Hammy, and Cumberland is actually the entire squad is transferring for the fall split. So this is like one of the last hurrahs of this Cumberland team. So it's going to be a weird day.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Hammy Cracker is one of the players that really holds FAU together, has helped really build that team, build their reputation. And then, of course, not going to be seeing him here today. We'll see how the rest of the Owls perform. And then, of course, looking forward to see how Cumberland play out. It'll be really interesting to see how they fall, of course, transferring. This is, as you mentioned, the last hurrah. They're going to try and give it everything they have, try and pick up one more win.
And for Cumberland, I'm sure they're looking for the rematch with Tennessee because they played in the winners finals and Tennessee handled the Cumberland guys. I mean, they are clear favorites to take this whole thing. So I mean, Tennessee they are waiting in the grand finals for whoever comes out of this lower bracket finals. And I don't know if they care who they play because they have been the de facto number one team pretty much all season, except for when maybe Bruton Parker took over for a little bit before Tennessee 3-1 to them in upper bracket semis. But until someone beats them again, like UNCC did earlier, like Tennessee is the number one, Jonas.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they made such quick works of the playoffs. That was, late March into April. I believe they only dropped one game in that entire playoff, which seems absolutely crazy. They swept Cumberland to make it into the grand final to get that bye in that split final, and they've just been doing absolutely phenomenal. Of course, Cumberland, they did make it to the final in that playoffs, of course, getting that lower final spot. And then FAU, they made quite a lower bracket run to make it here today as well.
Yeah, FAU was known for their lower bracket runs. They did the same thing in the fall split, making a deep run to, I think, early fourth place in the fall from the first round of the lower bracket. And then this time, lower bracket round two, they make it all the way to the lower finals again. So they are going deep into the tournament bracket again after losing early. I don't know what it is, if it like kicks them into gear, losing early on in the playoff bracket, but FAU is a lower bracket squad.
I mean, you got to give them props for it. That's high tension, a lot of pressure in those scenarios, and they're somehow able to make it work quite consistently. So big props to them for that. But we're going to need to see them take two big wins if they want another victory today.
All right. Well, we should be getting into this one very soon. There is a lot on the line, despite the abbreviated roster stakes. I mean, you still want to win a semester of the SEL. There is a small group of teams that have been able to win a split/semester of the Southeastern Esports League. So it's a coveted title for a lot of rosters. But Dronas, here we go. Lower bracket between FAU and Cumberland. It wraps up here. Let's see who gets it.
We will indeed see one team waiting in the grand finals. Both these teams looking to reach them there already. Seeing a very quick back and forth. Expecting both these teams to really try and be explosive on the offensive. Try get that early goal. Kind of just lead it from there. Both teams very solid offense. Of course, leading themselves here. FAU very contained. We see a lot of pop-off potential from a team like Cumberland, but we need to see them kind of stay within themselves, not overextend too much. Otherwise, the Owls are going to capitalize.
Absolutely, and right now, I mean, they're capitalizing on some extended pressure. This FAU team, even with Skies playing instead of Hammy, I had the substitute wrong. Still a threatening team. I mean, their complexion changes a lot because Hammy is as a lot of this team, as you well know, Dronas, but they are still a solid roster.
Absolutely. Hammy, great player, always a great player to have on the field, but not the sole piece of FAU. They're still able to do work all across the field, still putting pressure on Cumberland here in the first minute and a half, forcing them to work on the defensive side, trying to whittle down that boost count. You see a demo in the backfield, 2 demos from Mitra. Skies can't put it on target. Super Smurf is going to be able to keep this one nicely away, and Cumberland, nice defensive work there.
I am so impressed with Cumberland's defense, being able to withstand what was essentially like 90 seconds of FAU pressure. Now breaking out, now seeing an exposed orange net, but the defense back in time, and FAU dodge a bullet right there.
Absolutely. Both these teams, their offense is threatening. It's just going to see who really makes an outplay first or who makes a mistake first, because both these teams so solid in their own right. One is going to have to make the outplay or find the outpace, as Sky Zero boost ends up faking out Skyline. Mitra back on it, will be able to slow things down, but back out to the midfield we go. Already approaching halftime here in game 1. Still bagels on the scoreboard.
Skyline collecting, passing across. That pass is intercepted. Super Smurf getting back in time, doing well to retreat quickly. FAU a bit more pressure, but Cumberland now an opportunity in transition with Super Smurf up alongside Skyline and Magic, working as a team to break out a defense and put an opportunity on, but the post denies Cumberland. They won't find their first goal just yet, but they have had a bunch of quality opportunities just slightly off.
Yeah, I think that slight miss in accuracy is really what's hurting them right now. They have 3 shots logged and only 1 save for FAU, so 2/3 of their shots have just been off the mark. Here's another one, but Skyline picks it up on the far post side. Cumberland on top first.
You could just feel that coming. With the quality looks that Cumberland was giving themselves, eventually the FAU defense was going to be broken apart by the speed of the Phoenix. 1-0 Cumberland, and it took a while for them to get on the board, but it was a well-earned first goal.
Absolutely, a battle in their own right. Super Smart fired one there. Great backflip save from Sky. Skyline dishes it back middle. Magic blocked up high by Mitra, trying to stay on. A little bit of confusion in front of the blue net by FAU. Sky's just able to get back in time to hold that one together. A little bit dangerous there, and the Owls need to make sure they don't panic too much down just 1-0.
Skies in a 1v1 versus Skyline, who's awkward, but Mitra's bumped by Super Smurf. He was waiting for that miss to come out of Skyline's car, and he got bumped clean out of position to capitalize on the awkward defense of Cumberland. Beautiful play, getting back in transition. Now Skies the beat on the side ball. Lil Stan using that open backboard to set up Skies, but again, Cumberland doing well to always get a bumper or a tire or any piece of their cars on these shots out of FAU, and then apply good pressure on the other end of the pitch. Another solid opportunity out of Cumberland, but FAU able to stop it.
Skies has had some incredible saves here in game number 1, but we need to see FAU start to get the offense up. Otherwise, Cumberland, they're just going to hold on for these final 50 seconds. No, they don't need to score another one as Sky's upfield looking for bombs. Little stand in the back while Mitra's there. Can't put the shot on target. That's going to be a big miss and potentially a big opportunity wasted.
I mean, in the final 60 seconds, you need every chance you can get, and you can't afford to give one up right after missing a golden opportunity. That's 2-0 Cumberland, and it's a simple shot from Magic, as FAU was just narrowly caught out of position.
Yeah, sometimes all you need to do is put the ball on net. That's exactly what was done. Defense, not enough boost in the tank to save that top right corner shot. 2-0 as we head to the final 30 seconds of game number 1 in Cumberland. They're just going to be looking to close this one out, move forward with momentum into game 2. And we'll see how FAU are able to adapt. That might be number 3, No Skies, makes another big save. Unfortunately, just too little too late here.
Oh, Mitra, that's a nice interception in the Batmobile. That puts the shot off. It was difficult for him to get back, I think, around the ball to get a proper shot on that open net. And so, no goal for FAU. In fact, going the other way, the ball is probably going to end up being grounded there into the field. But a pass out, Skies finding Mitra, and FAU's just looking for something to take to the road. Cumberland take game number 1. A good start on their quest for that rematch with Tennessee.
Yeah, the shutout being huge here to kind of start up that early momentum. I mean, they saved all 5 shots from FAU, almost doubled the shot count as well. 9 shots for Cumberland, 5 for the Owls. A very good look to get things started. All they need to do is keep things moving. Now stay on that pace. Again, not overextend, not get too overconfident. FAU, they're a great team. They made it this far for a reason, so you can't kind of let your guard down early.
No, you really can't. FAU, it could be easy. Let's take them seriously without hammy crackers in the lineup. But I mean, Sky's doing very well that game. 3 shots, 3 saves was the bulk of the presence on the field. It felt like Mitra was helping in tandem as well. Had some good interceptions in the midfield. But Lil Stan, he's got to step up a little bit. I mean, I love Stan. One of my favorite personalities in the SEL. But he was a little quiet in game 1, and Cumberland definitely the favorites coming in against a hammy-less FAU. He's going to have to step up. Everyone on the Owl side has to step up if they're going to take down Cumberland, who look clean right now.
Absolutely. We need to see them start working together more as a team as we see another double commit there. Mitra still able to make the save with 0 boost. Skyline trying to dish it back middle. And a couple misses from FAU, just looking a little bit awkward, kind of moving through the midfield. This team very good at working with one another, being able to kind of break free from the defensive side, but Cumberland kind of just having a field day here as I say that. Magic puts the first one up for Cumberland. Again, the demo play to make it happen.
That was clean. Cumberland, it started with a simple play through the corner, but it's the demos, just the bumps and physicality out of that roster that broke FAU down right there. The movement of Skyline on the back wall to push away that FAU defender, and then the demo to clear some space for the goal to go through. It's just perfect physical Rocket League out of Cumberland. And now they'll have to move back quickly, but there is always a car on the back line of the Cumberland Phoenix goal.
Yeah, they don't let anything go too easily. Super Smurf, mind game out. Mitra commits as third, not trying to back down now. Super Smurf, nice redirect forward, and Cumberland so silky smooth on these transitions. Mitra booms it downfield. Already just kind of seeing some ping pong now. Both these teams exchanging booming clears, trying to force the other make a mistake. Mitra still staying very present at that midfield line, but Cumberland, they just look so well within themselves, so under control. They don't seem too threatened by FAU, which is a good look. Not to get overconfident, but not to get too threatened that you just end up backing down from your opponents. They're doing a great job staying on top of things, not backing down at the midfield, and making some great challenges.
And Cumberland should be feeling confident right now, because if they just play their game and they play it solid, they're going to get opportunities like that off of FAU mistakes. Mitra just missed that ball straight up, and Lil Stan was banking on that touch off of the red dominance there in the corner. So another freebie given up. Cumberland making it 2-0, and FAU has yet to get on the board. Down 4-0 aggregate in the first 7 minutes of these lower bracket finals.
Yeah, really just kind of struggling, getting their offense going. We're seeing a lot of missed touches. Mitra unfortunately has been kind of struggling with those side and back wall reads, hasn't been able to kind of stay on it. 0 shots logged for the Owls in these first 2 minutes of game 2. Skyline bounce shot. Skies able to stay away from the demo and make the save. Now in transition, 0 boost to the tank. Little stand coming out to support Mitra. Booms it back downfield already halfway through game 2, and Cumberland still well in the driver's seat.
Absolutely, and now Magic's got plenty of boost to work with, and he is just hip-hopping down the sideline. Super Smurf takes it from him, but gives the ball right back, following a 50-50. I love the play from Cumberland. They're making FAU do, I don't know, whatever that was in defense. Everyone was jumping up and down, and no one was getting a touch on the ball. It leads eventually to a 3rd goal for Cumberland, and that's easy Rocket League. They are making this look simple at the moment.
Absolutely. They're making this look so easy, and I gotta say, they're making the Owls look a little bit silly here, kind of jumping around all on defense, not able to kind of stay on the ball, stay concentrated. We're seeing lots of double commits, lots of overextensions. No one's really able to stay on the ball, and Cumberland are having more than enough of a time just kind of doing whatever they want. Magic backwards challenger. Skyline noticing the bumps is able just to kind of shake this one off. Mitra trying to do everything he could to get him off that ball. Big demo from Super Smurf almost gets the pop cleanly over Sky. Less than 2 minutes. Cumberland, they just look like they can do no wrong here.
No, it looks like they're playing with house money at the moment. It is just loose, relaxed, a little weird, but hey, they're having fun out there at the moment, and it's working. They got the individual ability and the chemistry that they've built up this semester to play like this, play around each other aggressively, and, well, FAU right there, not enough chemistry to get a shot on from that backboard play. Mitra will stick around, find a center ball to stand, that is intercepted by Skyline. That's a clearance for Cumberland, and they are just doing what they've been doing this whole series.
Still no shots for Florida Atlantic. They've really been struggling. This might be their first. No, it's off target as well. Skyline just popping it all the way across the field. They know all they need to do now is not throw a 3-0 lead with a minute left. Almost a little bit dangerous there, but it's going to be tapped safely across through the corner. Demo comes through. Super Smurf dodging one himself. Just walking this one down the field. There's really nothing they need to do here, as FAU just kind of scrambling to get anything going, but really struggling to do so.
They're not recognizing these passing lanes as well. Skies backs off right there, and he kind of had to. His teammates had moved up, but that's just a simple hit off of the corner wall, and it goes right to Skyline as opposed to the 2 defenders from FAU that were kind of in the area. Will stand aggressive upfield, and Mitra playing in the infield just couldn't get in the way of that ball that found Skyline, and 4-0 Cumberland. They are in full control of game 2 and this series.
Yeah, they're just making it look so easy. They're just playing textbook Rocket League right now. Those corner passes are something you see right from the get-go when people start to learn those passes, and they're just playing it so well. Super Smurf just missing the outside corner. Mitra not able to set this one on target. Another missed opportunity there. Does get the dunk, might have a double.
Whoa.
Mitra will get FAU on the board with a little bit of style, but unfortunately, it's not going to be enough here in game 2.
You know, it's a little too late, but hey, I like if FAU's going to get on the board like that. I'm glad to see Mitra alive and well in game 2 of these lower bracket finals. I was waiting to see who it was going to be from FAU to step in and take kind of that front man mechanical role from Hammy, and Mitra's got the quality too, but it's too late here. They've already given up those 4 goals. There's no coming back, and well, we'll see what happens in game 3. Hopefully that double from Mitra sparks something in the Owls, but we'll see.
Yeah, it really needs to get the offense going. I mean, we just saw 10 minutes of Rocket League, and FAU were only able to put away 1 goal. Meanwhile, Cumberland, they just had a nice, easy time doing what they do best, and FAU really struggled to stop them. And we'll see if the Owls are able to make any adaptations, as you said, if that double is able to really start something here with the offense, get things going. But Cumberland, they're just going to be looking to stay on top, stay in the driver's seat, keep their foot on the gas pedal, and not let the Owls go here.
All right, and I mean, Cumberland has been limiting the Owls' offense at every turn. There's always someone back, it feels like, to defend shots if FAU is able to get a shot on target. They've only got 7 through the first 2 games of this series. And they scored 1 for 7, which isn't a bad rate, but you got to be producing a good quantity of shots if that is going to be your rate of productivity. So game 3 has to be a change for Florida Atlantic. Otherwise, they'll be taking 3rd place in the spring, and Cumberland moves on to fight against the Tennessee Volunteers in potentially 2 best-of-7s in the grand finals. But off kickoff, Super Smurf is already at work looking for his teammates to pass.
I mean, the first thing I'm noticing going into game 3, Mitra now in the Ripper, has been in the dominance this whole series. Now sporting the Ripper, might be looking to get a little bit dangerous here with that card. Super Smurf might find the opener, will do so. Cumberland, they don't care, they make it 1-0 again.
And just no boost in transition. Stan has nothing in the tank. Mitra has 24, 36, thereabouts, but he's tracking back as the 3rd man to get back in rotation. Couldn't cut off the play. And actually, to your point about the car decision, while Cumberland continues their domination, he was actually in the Batmobile in game 1. So he's going on a full tour of non-conventional cars.
Absolutely. He's trying to do anything he can to kind of maybe spice things up, change that mentality, get things going back the other way. But Cumberland, they don't seem to care, firing more shots on target, long ranges, forcing that FAU defense to work. Mitra picking up demos on the far side. Unfortunately, not going to have much of an impact now. 2v1, Skyline looking for Magic. The dunk just off target. Mitra has an opportunity here. Not the best first touch. Super Smurf is able to suppress it back down into the corner. Cumberland, all 3 players went up. One was able to make contact. Mitra fires another shot. It's saved. Cumberland, I mean, you can tell they're just having fun out there.
I mean, that looked like a waterfall of blue cars. They were just all falling off the back wall and the ceiling, and FAU still couldn't score. They are just not in position to punish the lackadaisical Rocket League of the Cumberland Phoenix, and Cumberland still scoring on the other end of the pitch. This is absolutely insane. This lower finals is about as close to locked up in Cumberland's favor as it's going to get.
Yeah, again, just very textbook. A little bit of a back pass there from Skyline, a little unconventional, but then we saw the demo attempt up front, and then the shot being put away by Magic. Nice and simple. Not much you can do. Another midfield pass. Magic tried to pop that one top left, miss. Follow from Super Smurf top left. That one's also off target. But you can see Cumberland, they're just sitting back in the defensive end, and FAU with no defenders on them, really struggling to look like even keep possession within themselves on their own side. Now looking for an opportunity here. Mitra up for trying to put a shot down. Super Smurf free jump block. 3 minutes left to go. Mitra bumping Skyline. He still got boost. He didn't use a lot of it. Little Stan able to dunk that one in.
All right, Stan, getting on the board. Great back pass from, or backwards hit rather, from Skies. Great bumps from Mitra, just kind of parked the Ripper, and that thing ain't moving, no matter how strong you are. Lil Stan cleans it up nicely with a great challenge against Skyline, and all right, FAU make it a 1-goal game. Let's see if they can tie it up.
Yeah, the lead cut in half. Cumberland, we talked early how they can't get overconfident. They can, you know, make it a little bit easier on themselves. They can kind of take a breath and relax, but they cannot get outside themselves. They cannot give FAU that opportunity to really grind back into this series. Lil Stan reset. Scoop. No. Mitra blocked it. Mitra pre-jumped off the far side looking for a pass. Ended up saving that shot. That might have been the equalizer.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts so badly. I mean, I want Stan to come alive in this series, and he's starting to. Got the first goal here. Should have had a second goal to tie us up, but I don't know what Mitra was doing, if he was pre-jumping the flip reset pass or what, but it was not the right decision, and he took away a big goal for FAU, but that's a nice block he's making up for bit by bit.
Sells enough boost here to maybe put a flick on target, does do so. Super Smurf back towards that near post. A little bit of awkwardness here in front of the red goal. Double commit for FAU. Lil Stan, no boost. Looking to turn at the midfield. Skyline gets it by him, has control, looking to delay that flip. No, saved by Mitra. Once again, maybe making up for that block on Stan's shot, but unfortunately, time's still ticking down, and the Owls need to make something happen.
Well, Magic's going with control of the ball, and he's going top shelf, setting up a rebound opportunity for Super Smurf, who passes it off this ceiling to both Magic and Skyline, who both went for the ball. Mitra and Stan taking a page out of Cumberland's book right there, both going for the ball together. But now Cumberland with control again. After only entering their defensive end for a moment, they will have a decent look at the FAU net, but it's still full control for them at the midfield line.
Magic up into the backcourt. Skyline upboard is able to find a touch. Cumberland, they still look to be having themselves a grand old time here. Super Smurf gets this one middle. No one there waiting for it. It was a great 50. Skyline, Super Smurf bolt up the ceiling. Shot bottom right corner. Skies able to pick up the save. Now no one's left back. Skies might have an opportunity on the rebound shot. Magic 50. Mitra can't get there in time with low boost. Cumberland hold off another attack.
Oh, it's a miss. Super Smurf pass the ball and force a double commit with Magic. It's getting weird for Cumberland in defense in this final minute. But FAU couldn't find their second goal there. They will try again by way of Stan in the corner, but Super Smurf was up so early for that ball. There was no hope in the world of FAU getting out that time around. They have to try again.
Super Smurf gonna have a free one here, knocks it into the corner. Someone's off the back wall. I don't know who it is, doesn't matter. Super Smurf fires, saved by Skies again. Magic wants a double, can't put it on target. Cumberland just looking to keep it on the blue side, run out the rest of this clock. It looks like they will do exactly that. Cumberland, a 3-0 sweep over Florida Atlantic.
Well, that was very easy. Outside of a couple short stretches for FAU, Cumberland looked like they had full control of that series from start to finish, and they'll move into the grand finals against Tennessee. They have to bracket reset the Volunteers team that swept them in the winners finals about a week and a half ago. So Dronas, Cumberland, I mean, they look good, they look confident right now, but can they replicate that against Tennessee?
It's going to be tough. I mean, they looked great in this one. They looked well within themselves. They were having fun. They were playing great Rocket League, but I don't think Tennessee is going to kind of give them the satisfaction of playing like that. Tennessee, they're going to make them work, and I think Cumberland, they kind of need to maybe even shake off those smiles a little bit, focus back up, and know that they need to really straighten things up if they want to take down a team like Tennessee.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got the grand finals coming up in just a little bit. So I believe we're going to throw it to a break before we get that going. So make sure you stay tuned, stick around. You might have some time to grab some popcorn or some soda or whatever you need to get set for a grand finals that should be a banger. UTK versus Cumberland coming up after a short break. Welcome back for one last time online, at the very least, to SEL Rocket League. We've got the grand finals of the spring split coming right up with Tennessee versus Cumberland. Jerome, it's the rematch of the winners finals, which is a sweep last time in favor of Tennessee. This time it's a best of 7, though, so Cumberland's got time to adjust.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes down here. Cumberland, they're looking to really kind of make the upset happen. Tennessee, they're definitely the favorites in this one, not only solidifying that grand final spot with the playoff victory, winning all the way through there, only dropping one game in that playoffs. But Cumberland, as you said, they got swept last time they faced off. They did just get a nice 3-0 win over FAU. We'll see if that stays the case as they try and move forward, but we know it's going to be an uphill battle for them.
It absolutely will be. I mean, Tennessee look completely in form, and Cumberland, I'm still wondering how they're going to come into this series, how they're going to approach it, given that they are all moving on from Cumberland come the fall. So, one last stand for Cumberland online here. We get started with the grand finals, the conclusion of the spring splits in SEL Rocket League. Here we go.
There can only be one winner. The Volunteers looking to do it. The Phoenix shining bright here in the grand finals, looking to make do, but already kind of being pushed back into their own half. Super Smurf breaking free. Magic waiting downfield. Pass it right back into him. Now winning it into the corner. Crisp taking it away. You can already see how good Tennessee are at minimizing possession from Cumberland, not able to keep the ball on their hood from no more than 2 touches. Tennessee all over them. Another 50. This one might just drop in. Skyline there to make the stop. Cumberland hold off another attack.
Super Smurf required off the back wall. Good save by him and Skyline. A pair of saves, rather. Will fend off the UTK attack for now, but it's right back to it. Crisp and Jobro together. The power of friendship, bumping each other all the way down into the Cumberland end, as that's a demo onto the third man. The Skyline, or sorry, Super Smurf thought he had Skyline behind him, but Crisp says nope, and he takes out that last man.
Yeah, that's a big mistake there, of course. You can't really see it coming, but Super Smurf thought Skyline was there. Just was going to be an easy save, easy clear, left it to him, but he was nowhere to be found. So somewhat of an easy goal one here for Tennessee off the demo. But again, this team just so in control. I think the best way to describe it, this Tennessee team, they actually look very much like Cumberland, the way Cumberland plays, but just times 10. They are so good at finding each other. That chemistry that you mentioned last series that Cumberland has, Tennessee just has a tenfold. They are so good at keeping the ball to one another. They look so in control, and Cumberland right now just have not found a clean way to find their way through a team like Tennessee.
When they do find clears, there really isn't a ton of boost for them to work with. I mean, Magic, about 20 in the tank. Super Smurf picked up the 100 at the midfield line, but now he's awkward on the goal line. Missing that ball. Now he's got 0 stepping up to the ball. It's just weird for Cumberland at the moment. They're being stretched thin by Tennessee. That's a dunk by Crisp to nearly give the Volunteers their second goal, but at the very least, they will come away with possession.
Right now, Shaka kind of being that leading force, looking for another demo. Crisp just missing that outside corner. Magic a little bit awkward here. Might be an open look for a Jobro. Couldn't get the half flip in time. Will bump away the possession. Crisp, another wide shot. Already half of game 1 elapsed here. And Tennessee, they have been leading so far. Another pass back to Jobro. Shot just off the mark. Good tap away by Skyline, but every touch so threatening on the Cumberland net.
Absolutely. On target, off the crossbar. It's so hairline thin, the margin of error for Cumberland at the moment, but they still got some offensive firepower of their own, and they put a great shot on that Jobro somehow blocks, and Tennessee break out. Jobro's taking a shot, forces a touch nearly on target from Super Smurf. It's getting chaotic in game 1 of Grands.
Absolutely. Both these teams exchanging blows, but so far Tennessee the only one to make a goal stick. Far side, Shaka forcing a little bit of awkwardness, does steal away that boost, looking for the turn. Another 50 comes through. Magic trying to take this one on the offensive side. Such a well-timed challenge from Jobro into the back one. Might have a free look. 50 dropping down. Super Smurf, even with no boost, able to make the clear happen. But Tennessee, they're just able to regain control of possession so quick. Open look here. 2-0 for the Volunteers.
What a pass. Shaka getting the perfect touch with nothing in the tank. Chain dashes to get to the ball. And the Cumberland player missing on an opportunity to stop that play before it turns into the second UTK goal of game number 1. Cumberland got to find some answers soon, lest UTK be starting off on the right foot.
Yeah, so far, Super Smart, the only player for the Phoenix, able to put a shot on target. Could be a look here. Skyline, not the best first touch, a little bit off to the right, trying to make it work. Shaka there for the stop. Super Smart with Magic, both up. Neither able to put a real threatening touch on. Skyline forced all the way back by himself. Gonna nicely carry this one out into the midfield. But Tennessee, again, one missed touch, and they're all over it. Chris sends it back into the Cumberland half. Bump comes through. Jobro, big clear. Shaka couldn't reach it with low boost. 45 seconds left in regulation, and Tennessee just looking to hold out and take game 1.
Jobro's got no boost. Just hits the ball hard off the corner. Allows Skyline to touch out to the side. Super Smurf given an opportunity to shoot, but is saved by the Tennessee players on the goal line. Magic retreating down the side, forced to give that ball straight up to Jobro, who is tracking him down at the midfield line. And Cumberland finding a Tennessee player at every turn. Just can't escape the UTK presence at the midfield line. Skyline receiving that pass, dumps it back off to Super Smurf. That's a good opportunity to score, but Crisp has it red.
Absolutely. I mean, this team, they just have such great game sense. They have the mechanics, they have the chemistry as a team, but the game sense is what really leads them to these victories. All they have to do, they just get such great reads on every single touch, every single bounce, every single pass, and every challenge. They're all over it. They always seem to make one of the best plays in Cumberland, just not really able to keep up with it moving forward. You can see the shot differential, 9 for Tennessee, 4 for Cumberland. Just couldn't get enough pressure, and the Volunteers more than happy to take this game 1.
And field domination as well, 65-35 in favor of the Volunteers. They just control this game. I mean, Cumberland, it's what kind of happened in their favor against FAU in the last series to an extent. Tennessee just comes in, controls the game, does enough to win, and moves on to the next one, which we'll be doing here shortly. Game 2 in our grand finals coming up. It is a bracket reset instead of a game advantage. So Cumberland, if they are to win this grand finals and take the number 2 seed going into LAN, they will have to beat Tennessee in 2 straight best of 7s, which is a feat in its own right, considering UTK hasn't lost more than 3 series across spring and fall of this season of the SEL.
Yeah, this team just seems like they are absolutely impossible to stop in Cumberland. They're going to need to take 2 best of 7s, which at this point in time just kind of seems like an impossible feat. And we're going to need to see what they can do to try and make that happen. They need to give it their all here, of course. Last season here at Cumberland, they need to make something happen. Magic, that's a great pass. Skyline able to take it towards the far side. Now looking to do work on the offensive end. Him and Magic chasing downfield. Super Smurf just trying to keep possession with the team in red. Running out of boost here. Shaka turns it away. Skyline wants that pass middle, but Chris just steals it away. Makes it look so simple. Trying to head back the other way now as the Volunteers.
Jobro with 0 boost. Still a menace. Heads into the corner. Pops that ball off the back wall ramp. Chris will play it off the corner, but Magic on top of that play finds a big clear for Cumberland to maybe establish their offensive presence with. Magic receives a center ball from the corner. Super Smurf taking out Jobro up the field. Now Cumberland's got a real opportunity here, taking advantage of some spaced out UTK players, but Joe finds some space off the back wall right there and just levels that ball down the pitch.
Yeah, I like to see kind of a change here we're seeing in Cumberland. They're looking much more aggressive and much more physical, really trying to force some awkward defense out of Tennessee. Not an easy thing to do, and you can see why this team still able to hold on so well, but they did force that awkwardness, make a little bit of a tough save happen for the Volunteers. They just kind of need to keep it up, and they need to make sure they don't overextend while trying to go for a strategy like that.
That's smart because Cumberland can punish quickly if you do end up overextending, but Tennessee can hit you wherever, whenever. Another demo play opening up the net as Magic was the last man back. Super Smurf has that ball popped over his head, and UTK take first blood.
Absolutely, and this just seems like the theme here. UTK, they're able to, their offense is just so explosive here, Bepic. They make it look so simple. Now might have another opportunity early. Super Smurf is going to be able to take it to the far side, but Chris looking for those demos. Cumberland just have to stay on their toes for the entire 5 minutes of play. They cannot kind of take a breath for a moment, it seems. Jobro back downfield off the 50 skyline. Good job keeping this close, but leaves the ball for a teammate, Crisp, able to take it off the delayed 50, trying to get around Magic, can't quite do so. But Tennessee, they just seem in control. They're in the driver's seat, and Cumberland still struggling to really get anything going.
Cumberland is finding gaps, at least in the offensive structure of Tennessee. They're getting to the midfield third, but beyond that at the moment, struggling to get to that final third on the pitch to really give themselves a chance of scoring the equalizer. Like that idea for Magic, trying to find Super Smurf across the pitch. He does have 100 boost now, can carry this ball the length of the field. He does get over Jobro. That ball waterfalls straight down, but into the two blue cars that get the ball over Magic, who commits as the third man, and Jobro has a free second goal for UTK.
Yeah, that was a pinch there between Crisp and Shaka, and it pinched down to the ground. Magic not expecting that much velocity off the bounce, couldn't get there in time, and Jobro able to walk it in for a 2-0 lead here with 2 minutes left to go.
Magic, 100 boost, and Super Smurf in tow. They'll head off the ceiling, spike that ball straight down. Cumberland heading up and down to try and break down UTK's defense. Off the sidewall, Magic again with plenty in the tank, flip reset in hand. Gets a shot on, but again, Tennessee always someone back, so coordinated in their defensive rotations. Push back on another Cumberland opportunity. 90 seconds left, they hold on to their 2-goal lead.
That's all they're looking to do. Into the back goal now. Skyline shot opportunity, can't quite put on target. Still there in the corner, Crisp. Good patience. Able to take this one safely out to the sidewall. Magic up, maybe looking for Skyline. No, off the sidewall, back to himself. Crisp takes out Skyline. A massive clear comes through, and Tennessee right back on the offensive side. Might have a look here off the 50 from Crisp. Jobro back to the sidewall. More pressure mounting for Tennessee, and right now Cumberland, they're just stuck on their own side. They can't get anything going offensively. They have one shot registered in these four minutes of play. It's just been all UTK in this one.
And that's not due to a lack of productivity in offense. Cumberland's doing a fairly good job setting up potential opportunities. It's just the near side defense of Tennessee is so strong that Cumberland can't actually get these corner plays turned into shots on target. It's crazy. There's always someone there for UTK on the near side, and they're always making the read. And on the other end, they're forcing the opposition's defense to misread on the near side. It's just near post dominance for UTK, and it's a 3-0 lead in the final 30.
Yeah, we just saw too much hesitation there out of the Phoenix. One soft touch from Magic. No one jumped up for it. Then swift double off that left side post makes it look nice and easy. Less than 30 seconds now. Skyline fires. Bump attempt coming through from Super Smurf. Magic trying to force their way through the corner, but time just ticking down so fast. Double commit and a demo. Crisp to Jobro makes it 4-0 with 11 seconds, getting one for the road and getting that hat trick to go.
Skyline and Super were just not on the same page right there, bumping each other to midfield line, and they were the last line of defense for Cumberland. That makes it 4-0, and I mean, Tennessee looking the part of the spring split winners. It's been a long time coming for UTK. If they're able to close this out, they have been hunting for the title of SEL champions in any season. You're right. As they spam the chat. You can't see it on stream, but Tennessee's not happy about missing that fifth goal. It would have been a 5-goal victory if they hit that, and they're still upset.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate not to get number 5. I'm sure that one's gonna haunt them going into game 3.
Oh,
but
yeah.
No, this team is looking absolutely phenomenal. Cumberland, we know they're a great team. We just saw them get that sweep over Florida Atlantic, but UTK just seemed to be on another level here. Joe Bro with the hat trick on 5 shots, limiting Phoenix to only 3 as a team.
Yeah.
There's not much you can do to just take this team down.
It's wild because in the FAU series for Cumberland, across the first 2 games, there was a total of 7 shots that the Owls were able to get on target. Now, the first 2 games for Cumberland, they've got a total of 7 shots on target. It's kind of a rinse and repeat, but Cumberland feeling the pain they inflicted on the Owls in the lower bracket finals. UTK playing very well right now, and so far on track to winning the Season 4 spring split of the SEL, but they still got 2 more games to play at the very least. Cumberland is still in this thing.
Absolutely. They can still try and bring this one back, but they need to make a change. They need to make some sort of adaptation. Don't know really is what they could do. We saw those demos, that physicality early. Nice flick there from Skyline, being saved away by Chris Super Smurf. Middle, is this an opportunity? Joe Bro into the back wall. Anyone home? Crisp is able to take it away in time. Magic looking for Super Smurf, ends up giving it over to Shaka, who sends a shot immediately on target. UTK, they were in danger, and somehow they just make it look so easy getting out of it.
They do. They just have that ability on the ball. Every touch is so precise, and it's always intentional. That pass out from Shaka to Joe Bro looked clean. I don't know if he intentionally 50'd it in that direction, but I have no idea with Tennessee what's intentional and what's not, because they're so fast. They make accidents look intentional. And Cumberland's up there right there. They are a phenomenal team, close to top 48 in North American CRL, but Tennessee's making them look silly right now. It's just how good the Volunteers are playing.
Absolutely. Not to mention, we have now seen 11 minutes of Rocket League between these teams here today, and so far Cumberland have not been able to score 1 goal. It is currently 6-0 in the aggregate, if I'm not mistaken, and Tennessee, they're just making it look so easy. Their defense so strong. But you hardly even talk about their defense, because you don't really have to, because you see offensive plays like this. Their midfield is so dominant that their defense just kind of seems to go by the wayside when you see plays like this. Chris, little delay, flicks past 2 to Joe Bro. It's just so clean and simple.
It is, and again, it's Super Smurf and Skyline not quite on the same page, both going for that ball on the near side. I mean, it's easy for Tennessee right now. It just looks simple for them. I mean, that gets through 2 orange cars on the back line. It's just a hit towards the back wall, and now Cumberland, actually, they've got plenty of boost to start a counterattack. They nearly actually found their first. I was doubting their ability to break out and score, but that's 2 that nearly get through the UTK goal line. Cumberland fighting hard for an equalizer 2 minutes into game 3.
Yeah, they are not going down without a fight. You love to see the tenacity from this team. Cannot back down at any right. Demos being exchanged on the red side. Joe Bro high up into the corner. Skyline 0 boost remaining. Might try and swipe this midfield boost. He can't do it. Super Smurf to himself up high. Chris wasting no time on the block. Joe Bro, the open net. This one's good. Make it 2-0. Chris to Joe Bro. Something we've been seeing all series long. And they're up 2-0 now.
Oh, I am muted. My bad. I've been coughing today, and my finger not on the same page as my head. My bad. Tennessee's already scoring though, so I'm just gonna go ahead and switch to that. Dronas, what just happened?
I mean, we just saw a double commit there. Magic up high. Joe Bro plays it low. Joe Bro and Chris, I mean, this is really the dynamic duo here in game number 3. They have put out all 3 goals. They're kind of leaving Shaka in the dust as a teammate. Chris having upwards of almost 600 points. Joe Bro over 300. Shaka's only at 40. He's just being left in the dust by his 2 teammates. But you know what? Scoreline's 3-0, so what can you do?
And you know right now in comms, more than likely, if I know these Tennessee boys, they're making fun of Shaka. If they know he's on double-digit score at the moment, they are definitely making fun of him. And instead of hard calming, because, I mean, they are playing so solid. That's as important to them I would guess, as closing this one out, making sure Shaka knows he's got to get some points on the board in the final 100 seconds.
Absolutely. Shaka will pick up a goal here, able to take advantage of the opening. Jobro just leans forward. Magic not able to stay away and then get back in time. 4-0 here for Tennessee. I mean, this is just getting tough to watch.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, this is looking like it's going to be a 4-0 for Tennessee. I mean, in SEL Grand Finals history, in any semester that we've had this league, which this is now the 5th semester of SEL, we've only had one other Grand Finals not be a Game 7, or not have a Game 7 involved. We were 3 for 4 on Game 7s in Grand Finals, and it's looking like it's going to stay at 3 for now, be 3 for 5, as Tennessee looks dominant.
Absolutely. I mean, they want the 4-0 sweep. And if they stay on this pace, Bebek, they might not even let Cumberland score a goal in this series.
Oh my word, that's right. 2-0, 5-0, and now in game 3 it's 4-0. That's... Never mind. Well, there you go, Dronas. There goes that pace.
We just had to say something. You know, Caster's Curse always stands true. The dunk from Magic to get the first one here. I mean, that's got to be a great feeling for Cumberland. But do you think it's enough to lift them back into this series?
No, I don't think it is. I love my Cumberland boys, and I love watching them play quality Rocket League, but this is not their best right now. They don't look on the same page at all, and I mean, Jobro's going to get it right back. I know he'll be upset giving up the perfect sweep, because that's something else I'm sure Tennessee was talking about trying to do to Cumberland in this series, to get the perfect sweep, but he's at least making up for it on the next play.
I mean, you love to see it. I mean, we also have to talk about how efficient Tennessee is being right now. They're currently at 8 shots. They're 5 for 8 as a team, which is absolutely incredible. Cumberland, they're 1 for 5 as a team, so a little bit tougher, but this has just come to be what we expect from a team like Tennessee. The Volunteers able to make it look so simple, able to do such great work. They might have another one here. Jobro not able to get it past Skyline. 20 seconds left to go. It does look like game 3 going to be all wrapped up, tied in a bow, left to Tennessee. But now looking forward towards game 4, Cumberland, they're going to need a reverse sweep. Yeah,
they're going to need a reverse sweep against a Tennessee team that's shooting 50% right now across 3 games of Rocket League. In the Grand Finals as well. UTK in a dominant position at the moment. They'll spike the ball, and 5-1 the final in game 3. Ooh, all right, Cumberland, what do you have for us in game 4? Because if I'm coaching these boys right now, I really don't know what I would say.
And I just realized, Bepik, they need to get a reverse sweep, which is hard enough.
Yeah.
And then they have to go right back and win another best of 7 because of the bracket reset. They have to win 8 games here, 4 of them in a row, and they just need to go absolutely crazy.
I mean, honestly, if they were to reverse sweep in this first series, I would trust them to win the second best of 7, because these guys are seasoned tournament players. They are not going to feel fatigued after 2 or 3 series. And so if Cumberland wins 4 straight, I actually think that's better for them going into a bracket reset series than if it was like a back and forth grand finals, because they would look hot at the time of our second series. I would trust them to put it together in the second one. But they got to get there first. They got to win those 4 straight games to get to the second series. And right now that requires actually stopping the Tennessee offense.
Well, Super Smurf electing for the Merc here in game number 4. You love to see it. Is that the secret, Bepik? Is the Merc the secret to Cumberland's salvation?
The jury's still out on that. I'll let you know. If Super Smurf has another Superman moment in this game, then perhaps the Merc is the salvation of Cumberland. Though at the moment, they are the ones under complete pressure of UTK's offense. Tries to get out, but it's not really doing. Here comes the Merc, though.
Yeah, I'm looking to see Cumberland, I'm looking to see the Phoenix get the first goal here in game number 4. I think that could be a game changer. They've yet to have a lead. Skyline fires, misses, can't get there to the double, not enough boost to readjust. Jobro big clear out, just trying to get the ball away from their own net. Now Super Smurf lobs it up. Skyline pre-jumps the 50 way up high. Magic has it. This one's good. Skyline taps it in. Cumberland find their first lead of the grand finals.
Well, there we go. Cumberland is alive and well. And just for those watching on stream right now, Skyline did say that he's going to have to start trying now. In between Game 3 and Game 4, he typed it out because there was some chirping going on after some goals were conceded in our third game. So Skyline is trying now, apparently. That setup definitely was all Magic.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a beautiful carry. Now, Tennessee down 1 for the first time this series. I'm not expecting that to rattle them too much, as they're going to be looking to get their offense started again. Crisp air dribble attempt. Skyline, another pre-jump reset, not able to go anywhere with it. Super Smurf right back into the orange half, wants the read, can't find it. Jobro off the video, Magic. Super Smurf one touch. Chris just narrowly able to avoid that demo play, make this one out to the midfield. Shaka on it, another great turnaround in Cumberland. They're looking more explosive here in game number 4.
That's good. Hopefully they're locked in now. They don't want to go down 4-0 in the grand finals. Play for a little bit of pride here, if not the reverse sweep. As 2 minutes in, they have had 60% of the field domination. And as for chance a second goal, Shaka in a 1v1 situation wins on the goal line, finds a potential out for UTK, but they will have to attempt that again.
Absolutely. Now the demo plays coming through. Chris was taking lead blocking position. Shaka, not enough boost to really do a lot with this one. Skyline up for it. He's really looked to step up here in game number 4, make something happen, but Crisp up high over Magic. Jobro looking to put this one down. Skyline again, making a huge save, clears this one forward, carrying it downfield. Magic in tandem takes the 50, but again, falling right back to the Volunteers, able to carry this one through the midfield 2v1. Skyline needs to avoid the bump and make the save. He does so beautifully, and Cumberland holding on tight to this 1-goal lead.
Oh, and Magic's bump Shaka out of the way. That shot from Skyline careens right into Jobro's jumping car, and he'll find a block to keep this Phoenix lead to just 1 goal. Crisp gets through 2 Cumberland players, and it's Super Smurf in his Merc off the back wall that taps the rock down to Skyline, follows it up as well. The bump into the midfield. Crisp, though, given a chance off the back wall. He couldn't beat Magic cleanly and find a shot, so he just elected for the challenge win. That sets up Shaka for a pop and a stop in the midfield. Super Smurf shuts him down.
Absolutely. Now, seeing a little bit more aggression from the Volunteers, trying to find a way through. A little bit of double commit there for Cumberland. They need to stay solid on these defensive rotations. They cannot let themselves break down. A little bit of awkward as Magic, low boost, able to find the 50. Shaka follow, saved by Skyline. This team is giving it everything they have to keep this ball out, and Tennessee might be getting a little bit frustrated now as they have 1 minute left in regulation to try and put a goal away.
Oh, that's a miss, though. Skyline's whiff. Super Smurf in the Merc, though, coming up big on the goal line. That's another miss, this time from a Tennessee player. And Jobro back to stop that ball before it gets too deep into UTK territory. Magic off the back wall. Shaka is there looking for Crisp down the field. So his clearance will find Skyline. Return to sender, he says. He puts the ball back into the UTK end.
Of a double commit there, but Magic so swift being able to get up to that one. Skyline shot is going to go into the corner, gives Chris boost and possession. He's not really able to stay on it, still gets it past Super Smurf. Skyline, a great turn. He got the corner boost as well. Now able to carry this one through the midfield, reset over Jobro. Shaka under pressure in the corner, can't get past 2 Cumberland players. Crisp upfield, Jobro there, lurking redirect to the ceiling. Chris under it, no boost. Magic taps it away. Final 5 seconds. Cumberland looking for their first game of the grand finals.
Oh, they could get it unless we see some 0-second heroics from Tennessee to win the spring split. Ball will stay up. There's no one there for Cumberland. Jobro off the back wall, looking for Crisp, looking for the tie, and he can't get it. Oh, he was so close. That ball came off the crossbar and hit his Fennec, but it touches dirt before it goes in. Cumberland take their first game.
And I know that the boys in red are going to be so happy about that one. After a little bit of chirping from UTK, Skyline started chirping right back, and they're able to pick up the victory inches away from being taken to an overtime, and Cumberland, they're going to be more than ecstatic to pick up one game.
All right, game 5 for Cumberland. We'll see if they can turn this one singular game win into a string en route, maybe a reverse sweep. We'll see if UTK lets that happen. But if UTK gets reverse swept by Cumberland right now in this grand finals, like, I don't care who wins the next series, they're never hearing the end of it. And Super Smurf is scoring first in game 5. Okay, let's see what else happens.
Incredibly done. Shaka with no boost was just not expecting a direct shot on target. Maybe thought there was going to be a pinch. Maybe thought he was going to delay it, take it into an air dribble. But no, Super Smart, he just puts a shot on target. Now a demo, and we are seeing Cumberland looking so aggressive. They have to have a major confidence boost after that W in Tennessee. They're going to now need to shut this team down with momentum. They might have another opportunity here. Skyline not going to be able to get there in time. Jobro, no boost to put a shot on. Shaka turns it away. There's no one left. Back, Crisp touches it in. We're tied 1-1.
And you wouldn't think the scoreless streak would last very long as Tennessee gets back on the board, ties things up within 20 seconds of the initial Cumberland goal of game 5. But that is Tennessee's first goal since game 3 when they put in that 5th one over on DFH Stadium. So 30 seconds in, tied 1 apiece, but Cumberland still looking a whole lot crisper than how they opened this series up.
Absolutely. They're looking much more in control. They're looking much more threatening as a team as well. Tennessee, they're being forced to respect them more and more as time goes on. Free jump pass from Jobro, not able to set it on target. Crisp looking for a midfield pass. Magic, low boost, still able to make the save happen. Jobro can't quite cut it. Middle Cumberland still holding on well on the defensive side. Jobro taking a little bit of time. Flick towards the top right corner. Magic there for the save. And Cumberland able to shut down the Volunteers once again.
They will try again, though. Shaka playing it off the ceiling to Jobro, but Super Smurf dominates that 50-50, and I've just noticed he switched out of the Merc into a Golden Phoenix, so perhaps he senses some kind of opportunity for Cumberland here, taking it a bit more serious after they took that previous game. That's an opportunity for him to turn, but Shaka careens in and denies that opportunity for Super Smurf. An out save for Skyline keeps us level, and that's another open net. Where is the Tennessee defense?
It looks like Jobro was on the midfield boost, or at least he might have been waiting for it, and no one just went midfield. You can see Shaka and Jobro both on the opposite sidewalls. No one was middle, and Skyline just walks the dog through the park and makes it 2-1 back in favor of the Phoenix.
Another lead for Cumberland. Their second of this series, or I guess their third of this series, since they took their second one at the beginning of this game. And just like earlier in game number 5, Tennessee answers immediately after going down to Cumberland again.
A beautiful dish. Shaka perfectly placed that ball to the opposite side. No one able to reach it, just behind the final defender. And now 2-2. Cumberland still in it, though. This has been a great look for them here in this game. They were able to get one, now looking for their second. Tennessee, as we expected, not backing down at any capacity, but Cumberland really making them work for the win now.
They are. Their challenges are so much better. Their touches are so much better, especially in defense. They have shut down a UTK team that put up 12 goals in the first 3 games, rather, and now potentially they're taking another 1-goal lead. It's magic this time around to give Cumberland their 1-goal lead.
And a mind game there from Skyline. I don't know if that was actually intentional. It was tough to tell, but it ends up being the perfect plays. It gives Super Smurf a beat off the back wall, and Magic just able to clean up shop. So once again, Cumberland take a lead here. We'll see if it's again answered immediately. No. Super Smurf ready for the quick shot. Crisp at the midfield finds a 50. Back up to it is Skyline. Is able to even this one out with Shaka back to the far side of the field. Halfway gone here in game number 6. Super Smurf, misclear out. Skyline is able to see it quickly and find a save. But either way, Cumberland, even though they still look a little awkward at some points, they're still leading the Volunteers here. You can't ask for much more.
No, they're guarding their lead nicely, even with the awkward defense. That's all you can do in a grand final situation. Just find a way to get leads and keep them. 2 minutes left. Cumberland still has theirs. They're trying to add on to it, but Shaka, a good in and out save to keep Cumberland at just 3 goals at the moment. See, will look to clear the zone. They'll have some help from Skyline. It's a low boost, rest of the Cumberland team, but Magic gets up, meets Tennessee at the point of contact there. Crisp still hangs around, passes back to Shaka, pop up to Jobro. He'll go straight into the air, off the ceiling. Ceiling reset, flip reset, everything thrown at Cumberland's net, but Super Smurf finds a save.
That was almost an incredible play. The final scoop just not having a lot of lift to it. Almost a great way to tie this game up. Super Smurf, another big challenge. Now back into the red side we go. Cumberland just need to hold off for 70 more seconds.
It's a good clear. Super Smurf off the ceiling. Has Jobro alone in defense, but he reads that play well. Gets it off the back wall to a teammate. Shaka's gone past the ball though. Skyline's cut back, and Crisp had it right. He's got no boost, but no one contesting, thanks to a great demo by Shaka. He'll fuel up at the midfield line. Put that ball towards Magic. It's a fight for possession, which Cumberland can certainly afford right now, but Tennessee cannot, as they need to be scoring at least one more in the final 40 seconds. Crisp, interception of the midfield line. Jobro takes out Super Smurf, but Cumberland still is the team applying pressure onto the goal line of their opponent. 30 seconds now for Tennessee to break out.
50 comes through, Magic on it, looking to get the insurance goal, makes it happen. Cumberland, it looks like they are staying alive in this one. They are not going down yet.
What do we have here? Cumberland might be putting together 2 games in a row after going down 3-0 in this grand finals, unless Tennessee has something to say about it in the final 30 seconds. An aggressive cheat by Crisp, but he bumped off the play by Cumberland. Skyline with Magic have found an out. Wow, the midfield game of Cumberland has improved so much since the beginning of this series. They're making it so difficult for UTK to develop opportunities.
Absolutely, and you can't ask for much more for Cumberland. They are doing a great job here. Their offense has gotten so much more threatening, so much more efficient as well. Their defense being able to hold on, shutting down a lot of great plays from Tennessee. Ball hits the floor. Cumberland stay alive for another one.
And when a player in between games says that they're going to start trying now after going down 0-3 in a best of 7, you don't typically take that seriously. I thought Skyline was just joking, but apparently him starting to try turned into a cascading effect for Super Smurf and Magic, because now they're both looking clean as well. Everyone scored that game for Cumberland. Everyone found an assist. Everyone found a save. And it was an evenly distributed shot counter as well. 8 shots with everyone taking at least 2. It is a full team effort out of Cumberland at the moment, and they're looking good right now en route to another potential reverse sweep win. They needed the 3rd here to force that Champions Field Game 7.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to make it happen in game number 6. Cumberland looking to get started early. They've been on fire late. They need to keep building the flames. Tennessee immediately looking to get off to a quick start. Shaka shot not on target. Jobro, low boost, does steal away the corner into the back hole. Super Smurf plays it away. Crisp, good control here. Has already tried one air dribble. Skyline gets the read on it, knocks it down and away. Cumberland, again, their defense starting to just get some great reads on the Volunteers offense.
That's a good beat. Super Smurf's caught out as the 3rd man, but Skyline cut across. Hit it so Crisp couldn't take an immediate shot. UTK moved back, plenty of boost in hand though. Still Cumberland making them play some weird Rocket League. It's a bit awkward, but Volunteers find a way out. They get Crisp the ball. Normally it's a good sign, but he's got 2 Phoenix players jumping right at him. Skyline and Super Smurf move down the field, find a bump, find a tee-up shot for Magic, but can't move in as the 3rd man aggressively and risk getting punished on the other side, so Cumberland empty-handed in that exchange.
They're doing a great job recognizing opportunities now, trying to find the best way through, but Shaka goes straight through Skyline to get the first one of game number 6. A very difficult time to try and take a shot, and Shaka got all of it there, lets that one roll all the way in. 1-0 for Tennessee.
That was just a dunk that Magic was not expecting. Skyline had a potential shot opportunity, and Shaka just played the ball so far out in front that it threw Magic off, who again was the third man in a situation where Cumberland gives up an open net goal to UTK. Looking for a response, Super Smurf puts that ball centered, but the same page as his teammate going for a bump in net. Cumberland back off for now. We'll see what they do once they've refueled and can retool their offense.
Absolutely, Joe Bro going straight back towards the Cumberland net. Skyline able to find a save. Crisp, again, likes to live up high here. Almost finds a dunk on Skyline. No follow-up touch. Magic has plenty of boost to work with. Is going to be looking to turn this one away. Bumped by Shaka. Is able to find the 50 pass. Chris Jobro looking for a time to turn. A little bit awkward here at the midfield. Skyline makes a challenge happen. Both these teams seeming to be kind of a little bit on their toes, maybe a little bit too much so here in Game 6. Of course, we either have a Game 7 or a victory for Tennessee, so Cumberland, they might be feeling the pressure a little bit more now. They got the first two. Do you think they can find the third? They're looking good so far, but they need to find a way to get this 1-goal lead away.
It's a decent challenge by Skyline. Super Smurf plays it off the sidewall and doesn't make contact. At the very least, Magic has his teammates back, but Shaka has to make a diving save on the goal line as Cumberland, they developed that play into an offensive opportunity lightning fast. Shaka to make a difficult block, but he did. UTK retains their 1-goal lead. Cumberland trying once again, looking for that backboard. Wasn't open for business. Super Smurf lurking around the midfield line does find Cumberland into the UTK box, where they are stopped short of a goal.
Again, just turn right back downfield. Shaka, that's a great dunk. And Jobro outpaced Magic. No, not quite. Finds a dunk into the ceiling. Crisp. That one's going to be played away. Skyline, a little bit of space to himself, not much so. Another 50 comes through. Both these teams absolutely locked in here in game number 6. Cumberland, they just need to find a way through. Super Smurf off the clear. No redirect. Both defenders for Tennessee were flat-footed on that play. That could have been the equalizer, but not able to find the touch to make it happen. Chris dunk is good. Tennessee extend the lead. They're trying to close this one out now.
Oh man, but that was so close to being disaster for UTK. If Skyline gets that redirect, that could be a tie ball game. Instead though, the Volunteers find themselves 2 goals in front. 90 seconds left to play. Let's see if Cumberland has a go at this 2-goal comeback. It's going to be difficult. They don't have much time to do it, but they have to find 2 in order to force Game 7.
Yeah, they really just need to clutch up here. They need to speed up their offense. They need it to get on that orange side time and time again. Otherwise, Tennessee, they're just going to be playing keep away as they're doing right now. Just keep peppering it into the offensive side. Magic bumps Skyline. He starts chasing the demo, but Shaka somehow stays away, makes the save. Turnaround from Super Smurf. Crisp waiting patiently on the back wall, turns this one away again. Shaka clears it out, and the Volunteers somehow make a stop.
Somehow, indeed. I don't know how Shaka worked his magic as the third man again, but he did. And now Tennessee almost finding a third. They're wasting clock perfectly right now, though. Shaka pops that ball up to himself. He'll track it down, leave it in the Cumberland box, but Skyline finds an out, though. Crisp intercepts that stretch pass down to Magic, and Tennessee now, I'm sure they can taste the trophy.
Yeah, they're hardly defending their net at this point. All they need to do is defend the midfield, which they're doing so well. Super Smurf, long shot. You can see Skyline immediately hunting down the demo, but time ticking down ever so slowly. This will mark the end. Tennessee take it in 6.
Wow, congratulations, UTK. They have been in the league since season 0, but this is their first time coming out on top of a split or a season. Congratulations to the 3 dudes that have been grinding this game so much this entire semester and last semester as well for Shaka and Jobro, playing with Hermes there. They came up short in season 3 on land, getting bracket reset by Kentucky, but this time around they do it online. They take down Cumberland in 6, and UTK are your spring split champions. They'll head into land as the #1 overall seed.
I mean, it was an incredible series. UTK, it looked like they were just going to take it in a 4-0 sweep. It was going to be done and dusted early, but Cumberland had some great fight in them. They took it all the way to 6, almost
Yep.
able to get it to Champions Field Game 7, but UTK snapped right back into form, and they're able to take it there in 6, taking the trophy.
Well, congratulations to UTK. A great display of offensive brilliance in the first 3 games, and they kind of got shut down the next 2 after that as Cumberland had a nice go at the reverse sweep attempt, but they just came up short against a solid overall Tennessee roster who will be hoisting at least 1 trophy from the SCL. They'll try and make it 2 on land, but we're going to send it to a break real quick, as we're going to have an interview with one of the UTK players. Not sure who yet. I don't even know if they're going to be interviewed just yet. So, Kung, make sure your boys are ready to hop in the booth for an interview. I'd like to talk to at least one of them. But short break until then. Stay tuned for one of the UTK fellas. Welcome back to the SEL Spring Split finale. With me, I have pretty much the entire UTK Rocket League program in the interview booth with me. Joe, bro, I know I'm talking to you straight on right now. So, will you introduce everybody first of all, for those that don't know faces?
Sure. So this guy, that's Crisp, all the way over here. That's vibing. Right here, this is Hermes. We all know and love him. This is Zach or Kung. This is Purple, or what do you go by now? Are you J Cole? J Cole, and then this is Shaka.
All right, I appreciate the introduction. So first question then, I gotta ask, coming out of that grand finals, I you guys had full control of the first three games, and then Cumberland started stringing together some game wins. I was getting concerned for you guys and the prospect of being reverse swept. What happened with Cumberland starting to play a bit better?
I think we just kind of unlocked for a minute
Mm.
because we kind of just thought it was over. And to be honest, I thought they were just gonna lay down because they were typing in chat and everything, but obviously they didn't. It was like they all of a sudden turned it on. So we just had to relock in. Once we did, it was fine. We just had to settle down a little bit.
So what does unlocking look like for you guys? It's just like freestyling because you're all so mechanical. Is it just messing around in comms or what?
Yeah, it's just like the comms are just like nothing besides like singing or like moaning usually, and then yeah, usually this guy always moans. But yeah, and just like randomly pre-jumping each other or just doing dumb things because that's way more fun than playing the game, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I would not know. I don't play at the level that you guys do. But I got a question for Shaka now. If do we have to exchange the headsets to?
Yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all right, all right.
What? Oh, it's coming to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta ask all of you
What's up?
questions. You all
Okay,
joined us
okay,
in the
okay.
interview, but all right, Shaka. So I mean, with Chris coming in, I know that changed like the complexion of the team dynamics a little bit this semester
Yeah.
compared to playing with Agonize way back when, Hermes as well. What
Yeah.
was your new role on the team playing with Chris, or did you guys kind of just mesh so well together? You all play a similar role.
Um, it's kind of changed over time. Like when we first started, it was like a little bit different because we didn't really know how we were supposed to kind of play together. Me and Joe
Mm,
kind of just kept playing how we knew how to play together because me and him had different thirds before, so we just played like that. And then uh, Chris kind of just played his whatever role that we needed him to fill at least at first. And then as we started playing more, we kind of figured out what worked best for everybody. And that it ended up kind of being like I pretty much hit the ball to them, they score goals, and that's all that needed to really happen. So
fair enough. Just hit it to Joe Burrow and Crisp and see what they can do. I respect it. And now you guys, I mean, move on to LAN as well as the number one overall seed heading to Huntsville. I mean, you guys have had your fair share of LAN experience this year, winning the Queen City Clash, coming up just a little bit short at BBB. Have you guys figured out how to play on LAN consistently to avoid another what was that, a Cincinnati series at BBB?
yeah, I said it at QCC when I did the interview there, but I like when we were at BBB and that Cincinnati series, like we were still kind of in our like honeymoonish type of phase,
Mm,
so it was kind of more so us realizing that not every single team is just going to be a cakewalk,
yeah.
um, and that teams that are good enough to compete will compete if they're if and so but I think now we've gotten a lot better, obviously. And even if we're not playing at our best, we're still going to be able to like take on a lot of the really strong teams, just because of how we play and what we're capable of.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are really advancing quickly up the ranks of North American CRL. And then, so I appreciate the thorough answers, Shaka. I want to talk to Crisp now, though. I got to ask him some questions. So pass that headset along. the mechanical carry at times, but it's always a team effort from Tennessee. Chris, how you doing?
I'm very good. How are you, Bepic?
I'm doing fantastic. I gotta ask you, how's it feeling? Like your first semester playing actual like collegiate Rocket League, you're winning all kinds of events. Like how does it feel having slotted into this Tennessee roster and having elevated them?
Oh, it's nice. I mean, they were already pretty good. BBB was a little rough because we didn't have a system yet. So after that, we kind of just like replay reviewed for a lot and then scrimmed a lot just to figure it out. And honestly, I kind of slotted into them a little more, but yeah, it's pretty good now.
I love that. How much do you guys actually do in terms of practice? Because I know like you guys are always down to play on like Monday Night Lights. I know you're grinding through CCS and different tournaments at the collegiate level. Like how much do you guys actually play together?
We used to play like after BBB, it was a lot. Like we really
Hmm.
tried to figure it out. Recently, it's been less. And we're all playing the game a lot, but as a team, not as much. Hours are still up. I think they're the highest they've ever been for me in like 2
Wow.
years. So we're all playing the game still, but as a team, not as much. We've been trying now that SEL is coming up to get some more stuff as a team though.
I mean, you guys are definitely the favorites heading into SEL, having now won the spring split, getting a trophy for Tennessee. And I want to ask you as well, having played at the RLCS level, kind of way back when, but compared to the grind you're doing for collegiate, relative to what you did for your RLCS run to the grid back in the day, how different is it?
A lot different.
Obviously, Rocket League's changed a bit since then, but how different is it?
Well, the game's a lot faster now than it was, whatever, 3 years ago that was.
Hmm.
But the grind's a lot different. That was COVID, so everyone was on the game 10 hours a day, so it was a little different. But I mean, it's very similar. It's just like teams are less organized in CRL until you get to like the top 30 or 20.
Yeah.
So I think the difference between like the teams that can beat us and the teams that can't are they have a system, and some the teams that like we roll over have no system to play, and I think that's the difference.
Hmm. Okay, I appreciate the insight.
Yep.
But that's the last question I got for you guys. I mean, I want a prediction from you since you got the headset, and I'll ask like the group if anyone wants to shout it out. Who's going to be the team you guys play in grand finals at LAN?
Who is the team we play at grand finals at LAN? UTK White.
I don't know if they're going to be there, Kung.
I don't know about that. So who? Bruton Parker's going to be there now. FAU and Cumberland aren't going, right?
Unannounced yet, but for
Oh,
those
shit.
watching, yes, perhaps not.
It's not announced yet, apparently.
That's on me. I teed you up for that, but yeah.
It's probably Bruton Parker or King or Kentucky now, because King gets to play with what, Matt and Turbo and whoever. And then Ty can play for Kentucky now. So what? So Ty can play for Kentucky. So that's a pretty good team now.
All right. Well, I I appreciate the prediction, guys. I that's my bad for leaking or setting you up to leak that. But yeah, LAN's gonna be a lot of fun. Make sure you're in Huntsville or watching LAN come May like 17th or 18th. I forget the exact day. But boys, go celebrate your victory. Congratulations on winning the spring split.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Take care, man. Toby's Warehouse on top.
I don't know what that means, but that's the clan tag they were rocking.
He doesn't know what that means.
All right. Well, we are going to close it out for now. Make sure you guys tune in for Valorant tomorrow, Sunday, to close out the spring split there. But for now, that's the conclusion of Online Rocket League. The LAN in Huntsville will be in the middle of May. So make sure you're following Esports SCL on all platforms, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, every which way. So thank you so much for watching the grand finals today. Make sure you tune in for Valorant for tomorrow. And I'll see you later. Peace out.